When we think back over what we've learnt in the past year as we spoke to people, there's a number of points that really stand out. It's clear that change is a constant, and not always a good change as thresholds get crossed. And so, for example, in the timber industry where there are big changes, you can see how the way the community reacts is different depending on the circumstance that they're facing. But the community persists. That's one of the things that we've seen, the remarkable resilience of communities to continue on. We've seen a spectacular love of the country that they have, and that comes through all of the people that we've spoken to. They love their place, they love where they live. And that clearly is what makes the places the special places that they are. We've seen their concern for passing on to young people the lessons that they've learnt, and how important it is that people are trained and so that they can continue to look after the country. And again, looking after the country was a theme that was repeated by many of the people we spoke to. Looking after the country and it will look after you. I don't know, can't remember the number of times that we heard people say that, but that was a very, very strong message. And one of the other clear reflections that I've got thinking back over the project was how much the community valued the environment and the natural environment around the places where they lived. All of them spent time in the bush, and that love of the environment is something that will stand those towns in good stead in the future. We also heard people were looking at the challenges that are coming up, things like mining and changes in the water, and they were very strong on saying, we know we made some mistakes in the past. It's really important that we research what the changes are going to be and that we make our plans for the future based on the best possible information. Let's not just rip in and do some of the things that we've done in the past, but let's think about what we're going to do and make sure we get it right. And I think the final message that came through really clearly to us was this love of where they are. And if this oral history project has contributed a bit to helping understand why people love this special place, then it will have been a really worthwhile project. So finally, I'd really like to thank everyone who's been involved in the production of the Namoi CMA Oral History Project, from all of the staff who went through the training and Jason who was involved in the filming, and particularly, of course, those townsfolk from Barradine, Woolbrook and Curlewis who gave us their time and shared their experiences with us so willingly. So thank you to all of them.